see if I can flip this before anyone gets here. Hey, there we go. Hello and welcome in to Tammy Loves Vintage. My name is Tammy Neff and I have some little vintage pieces that I have been wanting to decorate. They've been sitting at the corner of my table and today's the day we're going to decorate them. Oh shoot, I got my calendar out. Kind of tracking the 127 yard sales to see how far do they go. Any of you guys going to the 127? My friend Sherry is going. We thought she was coming to craft with us today, but I messaged her and said, hey, don't forget. And she's like, oh, I'm at the 127 yard sales. I text Julie. We're both just like, are you freaking kidding me? Because we really want to do that someday. So anyway, I got my phone flipped so you guys could see, you know, my Borden's cheese box because it's such an awesome cheese box. I found this antique shopping. Golly, where were we? I don't even know. I don't even know, but it's a good one. It is got advertising writing on every side. So, and it's in great shape. It's unusual to find them quite that great. Nothing really on the bottom. It's a little, I don't know if that's just dry or what. And then I had picked up a little galvanized bucket. Where the heck were we? We didn't go to Amish country. We didn't go to Springfield. Let me just see if it just needs a good wiping. Okay. Someone's already given it a good wiping, but it did. So that tells me that if, you know, you wanted, you could give this a coat of like the amber shellac is always great when you want to get this sort of wood tone. Or even just a clear coat would be fine to even it up. But yeah, it's an amazing cheese box. I know where we were. We were in, what was that little town? Hartville. That's where we found this. I knew we went somewhere, but I couldn't remember what we were off our beaten path. So I'm going to make a cute little thing with this, and keep it kind of to inspire you guys because cheese boxes are pretty plentiful at, I was going to say yard sales, but I still think you can find them there too. They're pretty plentiful at antique shops for sure, and vintage markets for sure. So I was at Hobby Lobby here not too long ago, and I saw these little amber bottles, and I thought, oh, those will be fun to make over, and we'll do a label into our bow, and you know, blah blah. And the cute top, I love the tops. Like to find an old amber glass top like that is like extra. So these are great reproduction just from Hobby Lobby. They are $5.49 plus the 40% off of that. So in the cheese box, watch this. They fit perfect, like perfectly. So you could put three, like I'll hold this spot and there's a third one and you have just enough room for your fingers. So really a set of 3 of these bottles in an old cheese box, would be super cute, like in the bathroom or in your craft room, wherever you may have little bottles. Now, whether you had anything in them or not, like this could just sit up on a shelf like that. But what I thought I would do is just use the 2 bottles. No, actually, here's what happened. This morning, I'm up and raring to go, waiting on Millie, and I'm waiting, and she never came. So I sat at the desk, and I went through and I ordered all my makeup with Abby, and from those videos with Abby, I didn't order it all. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, so my brush is a little square. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like I didn't order everything, but I made a list of what I didn't order. So maybe round 2, I could order some more. Marilyn, you have these? They're so nice. And anyway, then time got away from me and I looked at the clock and here it was lunchtime. So I went out and had some lunch, and then I am trying a new project. We'll see how it goes. I'll let the girls in the group know. Trying a concoction. And anyway, so I was messing with that and straining that and doing everything I needed to do. And then I messaged Summer and I'm like, where are you? Millie ought to be awake by now. And she's like, oh, I thought you were crafting today. Why would you think that? So she thought I had told her I was going to see Sherry Eddie today, tonight, you know, for crafting, but she thought I meant during the day. So she didn't bring Millie at all. So anyway, here we are. So in this, so yeah, I didn't get the baby today. And so I had a free day. So I didn't know I had a free day. So I kept waiting because I told the girls in the group I'll be over there to do that big frame. So you guys, I'm going to do that next. Julie's coming about 5 o'clock. So we'll see. I can at least get a start on it. I told you it might be a couple of videos for you girls over there. So hi, Penny. So anyway, these little ferns are just from Hobby Lobby, and I always use these. I absolutely love them. And so I thought I would just stick one in here and then maybe another one, because it's one's not enough. You could make one be enough if you had to, but they're very inexpensive. So I think you could get a couple and be just fine. And maybe even 3, like if you didn't want anything else in there. I got them 2 bent here. There we go. Like that. And then look, just tuck a couple of little flowers in here. Just a couple. Look how cute that is. I think it's adorable. Now, how easy was that? Like super, super easy. And I think it's adorable. So even just for looks, even if you don't put a stinking thing in those bottles, you could put a ribbon on them. I didn't really think about grabbing any seam binding, but let's do it. That's a little dark. That's a little light. But we'll just, oh, wow, kind of matches the flowers. Let's just see. I wouldn't put it on both, but let's just hold a little garbly goo of, so see, you could do that to pull your color over to the other side if you wanted, and do a ribbon around one of them. Maybe just a couple of wraps around the neck of this one so it's not like left out. You know what I mean? Like it has a little bit of something, like do something like that with maybe a tiny little bow here, and then you could pop the big one over here. But just such a simple, and it's all readily available to you guys. And I bet you money they have a fake cheese box, a reproduction cheese box at Hobby Lobby, so you could do the whole shebang there. So every once in a while I like to throw that in because not everyone loves vintage. I can't imagine that personally, but I do remember a day when I wasn't as into it, so I do know it's possible. So I didn't glue this down or anything. I just set it in here for fun. And then here's the thing, you can just do that, especially if it's up on a shelf and you'd want to angle it just a bit, and maybe you could put a candlestick or something behind it, or 2, just a skinny little one with the flicker, like the light bulb ones. So cute. And they have remotes, you know, so if you need candle links, let me know. I've got all kinds of links, and I love the remote kind. And then we have little candlesticks that would work perfect on our website at TammyLovesVintage.com under the home decor slot. And then if you remember, I found this little bucket, and it's not galvanized. I can't think of the word. Is it galvanized? It's not galvanized, that's silver. What did they call this? You all know. I know you know. I keep racking my brain about it, but I can't remember what that's called. But it's a cute bucket, and you know what I loved the most was the little handle. I just thought the handle was stinking adorable. So in this one, I just pulled, again, an assortment of pieces. Enamel, yes, enamelware. Is that Marilyn Jane? Oh no, Marilyn Farr. I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Enamelware. Yes, it's enamelware. Marilyn, I said your name wrong, I'm sure. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at names. Tin? No, I don't think it's tin. I think it's enamelware. I think they're exactly right. So anyway, these are just scrap pieces that I have. And here's a tall one, and I'm just going to place them in here. And then I have a piece of that fern. Oh no, actually there's 2 pieces here. Just pulled them right off of the post that they're on. And let's stick those down in here. So we got a little bit of wispy from these. And you know, if you guys have any greenery like from me, like the wisteria, super wispy, anything like that, you can pick off 1 or 2 pieces of it to do something like this with, and you'll never. Marilyn Fair. Oh, of course. Thank you for telling me that. That's better. I always thought whenever you go to like Olive Garden and they call your name, I would hate that job because I kind of just did it, but you call their name in front of everybody. It's different in person, but you know what I mean? They call your name in front of everybody and they hoe it all up. And some people are so touchy about their name. You know what I mean? Like Mine's spelled T-A-M-I, and that bothers some people that are spelled that way, that if they spell it wrong, I don't care. You spell it however you want. Okay, look. So look, I just stuck, so these were at Hobby Lobby. This, I don't know where, I think I got this back in those, what I call the cheap funeral flower section. Clear, not in where the nice ones are up front, but keep going. Back where you get those cheap plasticky ones. I think this was there, and it reminded me of Lily of the Valley, and there were tons of these little things on there, little hangy down things. Yeah, there were just tons and tons of them. I'm going to show you up close. This is what they look like, but it kind of has a Lily of the, it's not Lily of the Valley, I know that, but it's kind of like that, you know? And so I bought them and then snipped them all off and threw them in my thing for just, sometimes you just need a flower that's that big. And that's all you need for a little something, something right there, especially when we're working with millinery stuff. So it's perfect. And, you know, you can paint them with your watercolor paints or regular paint, you know, or spritz a little alcohol ink on it to get it, you know, a shade of a color that you need that maybe you can't find at Hobby Lobby. So I don't mean for this video to be all about Hobby Lobby, because it truly is about vintage. But at the same time, that is a place where I know that you all can go. Isn't that cute? You all can go. Now this might be a little, is that a little too much or not? Oh, there. Oh, fixed. It's not too much. It's not too much. Okay, so there's that. So now we have two little projects. And then, okay, so I was just saying something. I don't know what. Hi, Ruth. I don't know what, but I was just saying something. Okay, so I've left this in here. Oh, let me see if I can save this. I can still save it even if I cut it. No, I'm not going to make you guys wait on me to untie a knot. Am I? Let's see. It's, yeah, it looked like kind of like a slippy slip knot. Or not. It might not be a slippy slip knot. I don't think it was. I think they tried. There we go. There we go. I'll throw that in my twine drawer. And then I'm assuming, yeah, then I was assuming that this would come out completely, which is nice because then it lets it sit flat. So this is our next little surface. I thought I would show you guys this one. I saw this and immediately thought, oh my gosh, what a cute little, let's see, how can I put it there? I'll put it that way. What a cute little surface to do an arrangement on. You just snipped a bunch of tiny flowers. Oh, and you have your new storage drawer. Oh, that's awesome, Debbie. Just like mine. Here's my flowers and here's my greens. Actually, I have two drawers of greens. One drawer of flowers, two drawers of greens. Okay. Now, on this one, I pulled some stuff here. This is what I pulled. So we'll see. I was kind of liking the idea. I don't want that. Kind of liking the idea of one of these. So that can go back. I might want to, but for now, just kind of trailing over the edge like that, you know, just to like soften it all down. And I don't think I'm going to put any styrofoam or anything like that on it. I just think it'll make me build it up too much. So I'm not an official flower florist. Not at all. But I think we can get some pretty cute things. So if you're a florist, don't cringe, because I know I'm wrong and I know I should build it up and make it. But sometimes, I don't know how to say without being offensive to anybody, but sometimes even though every creation is really beautiful, they're a little repetitive or a little, I don't know what the word is exactly. And some of the floral people really get the wispy and the natural look. And I kind of like that better. It's just, I personally find it a little more interesting when it's that way. So yeah, oh, I love that layered on there. So see, it's just a little piece of nothing, but watch what it does when I layer it on here. See if I can get it to lay right. Let me see if I can get this separated out. And I'm going to put that little stem right on top of this one. Clear back to the back. I'm kind of going to have it go off to the side just a little bit. Kind of like that right there. So see, it's just a sweet little touch. And these are all literally just scraplets of junk, really. They're just stuff that you would probably throw. Well, not this. This was part of a bunch. But this is definitely something you would throw away. You'd probably pitch this. But I love the softness of the little fern. So we're going to let the little fern kind of hang off here. And I'm not hurting the integrity of this door plate whatsoever. This is just hot glue. It will pop right off whenever you don't want it on there anymore. You're not hurting this at all. Now, there's a chance you might peel a little bit of that black paint up. Maybe if you're worried about that, you could heat it. Or go ahead and put it on a piece of styrofoam and wire your styrofoam down. You could totally do that as well. Oh, I don't want it to hang over too much. That's fine. Okay. All right. So we've got our nice little base started here. You can see that. So I probably ought to get that down. My glue strings are crazy. So maybe I will put, I hate to waste this wet one, but I don't. Oh, here. How about I just use... Well, I just used a scrap piece of paper from the mail. Prudential changed their address, so I had to change my banking, so I got that. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Jeannie. Okay, so I'm just going to do that in case it drips down onto my table, which I patched it in so it didn't look like a Ouija board, and daggone if the shine is off, it doesn't match in. You could tell where I patched. I was so worried about that. I would ruin my table. So someday when I take everything off of it here, I'm going to try and get it to where I like it again. It's not the end of the world, but I didn't want it looking like a Ouija board. So I'm trying to fix it. Okay, so that E6000 should grab that little doorknobby thing. I don't know, maybe I should I'll put just a touch of hot glue on there too to hold it for now. I did a cork last night, or a doorknob in a bottle in the group, and when I put the doorknob was such a nice, perfect fit. And when I put the little dab of hot glue, what I didn't do is dab. I kind of hot glued, citied it. Anyway, my knob wouldn't go all the way in. So I kind of had already committed. So I had to sort of change where I was putting my ribbon and all that. You know, little things like that happen, but it's not a big deal. I can't see. You thought it was too. Oh, Susan, tell me it's not now. Tell me the truth. If it still is a little bit, you can tell me. But is it better? And I put the word Paris right side up. That wouldn't be on one. Is that better? What do you think? You still get that feeling? Because I don't know what to do, short of changing it completely. Tell me what you think. Truth, Susan. You're on the spot. I put you on the spot. Truth, I won't. It's fine, because I need to know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. We'll see. You used to do Telegram. You don't like it. Yeah, it looks good. Yay! Where's Susan? She loves the tail. Oh, thank you, Allison. Where's Susan? I asked her, though, because she was one that thought it was. She's like, still does, and I don't want to tell her. It's okay, Susan. Tell me the truth. I'll watch it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I like it, but I don't want that look. You know I don't want that look. Of course you know that. Of course you do. All right. So I'm not even sure I want this. I bought these at Hobby Lobby also. I'm not sure. Still feels that way. But yeah, you've got it in your head that it was. All right. Well, we'll have to see. Surely the Paris helps. I would think the Paris would help a lot. That's all right. I was sure hoping you would say no, but it's okay. All right, now I have, oh, you know what? I don't hate that. I'm going to keep this paper on there. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because it's definitely sticking to the paper. I'm not sure that of course, we're a little early on the game yet. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I hate it. Gives it a nice little bit of height. I just got to get it to lay quite right. This is just eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby. All right, let's see what happens with that. Because, of course, I have my fern backup. Still feels that way. Darn it. Anyways. Well, it's probably the color of it. Well, I may have to change the whole thing anyway because the shine is off. I put a big patch right here and a little patch right here to get rid of the big thick words. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that too. Okay, so we're coming around the mountain here. Now, I pulled these flowers, but I was thinking for height. Let me just snap one off here and see about that. Maybe instead of the fern in that hole, let me see about sticking one of these in that hole. So I don't want to lose the door plate completely, you know. That's like where it would screw onto the door is what I'm using. That's what it looks like anyway. Oh yeah, that's sweet. Okay, all right, I'm not hating on that at all. And then maybe just a couple of these. You just saw the buttons. Oh, really? Oh, Sandy. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, I wish I was there. So tell us, where does it start and end? Like, what town would be a good town to start in? And I was following a girl on Instagram, and she started yesterday. What do you think about that? Yeah, I would love to be doing that. Hi, Janet. Well, I'm glad you're here too. So, okay, did my flowers fall over? Oh, they came out of the hole. All right, let me see what I can do with this hole. I thought that was an idea, but maybe it's too big. Let's see what I can do with my hole here. Let me show you the hole that oh, it's the keyhole. It's the keyhole. See? Okay, let's see what we can do. That's why it's such a big hole. Okay, it's a keyhole. All right, so I've shoved that down in there, and then I've got this end here to try and shove down in there, and then maybe I need the fern back again. Well, I can work on the mechanics later. We'll just get the gist of it here with you guys, and then I'll work on it on the mechanics. But oh, I think it's such a cute little idea. The 127 is a yard sale, like a never-ending yard sale that goes from city to city, and it's along Route 127 in Ohio. I think it goes down into Kentucky. I'm not exactly sure. That's why I was asking, because it is something that I would love to do. And my friend Sherry is doing it right now. You've been starting a van word. Okay, that's what I heard. And then Brian, there's a town. Yep, or Barton. I thought she said Brian. It's so hot. Yes, that's what she was saying. It's hot and humid. And then Eaton. Okay, those are the towns that she was saying. Now, she started way south of that because her aunt lives down there. She doesn't know me. I just follow her on Instagram. I went to her booth once and bought some. She had a bunch of wooden shoe lasts, a bunch. And I bought them from her for you guys years ago. And we were chatting about our online presence. So I started following her. I don't think she followed me, but I followed her. She's not Victorian. She's way more industrial. She bought the cabinet, and the cabinet was full of those shoes, and she didn't want the shoes. She wanted the cabinet. I'm like, I want the shoes. So much for Northville. Yeah. Oh, is there a 127 down there? You were thinking it was you? Nope. Nope. It's Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it right, but I think I have it. Oh, you're welcome. I know, Kathy. I know what you mean. That's why I try to keep mine down. It's only $15 a month. And I know that's when you add in Netflix and everything else, although everyone's dropping out of Netflix, so bring your Netflix money over, right? But it's worth it, and it's a way for me to be able to keep doing this. Without those girls in the group, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy all of these things and keep making things and have the people to sell it to once I'm done. Like, you know, it's a whole thing. So it's kind of part of the business. You know, this is my job now. I still paint houses to try and supplement a little bit of income, but yeah, I don't want to. So this is what I'd rather do for you guys. So that's why that's why we all have our groups. It's kind of an income thing for us. It totally is. I mean, not, you know, we can't act like it isn't, because it is. So there, I think I need to work on the mechanics of this part up here, but you get the idea. You still see the door plate. I love that this part was still attached. And honestly, it would be really cute to glue. Let me just show you. I just had an idea. Let me see what I got here. I don't have, oh, I'll just bring it over. I don't have a whole lot, but how cute to put your knob. Let's see, do I have an old, here's an old, I think the old ones are too big. Put an old knob with, like how cute would that be? And set it all together. It's adorable. A smaller knob, like a little, even a knob like that. I like the bigger one, but that works too. That works too. It's whatever you have. I picked 2 of these up at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale, and I got those for bottle toppers for those of you that are like, I can't ever get a doorknob. And look, it's just as pretty, and it still implies that. So it's beautiful. You can tie a big old seam binding bow on it, cover up all that new silver, you see, and it's beautiful. So no crying in our vintage world, right? So, okay, I like I said, I need to work on the mechanics of that one, but that's details that I can do later. You guys got the idea, so I'm gonna move on. Whoops, I need to put that back in the price tag so I remember how much that was. Anyway, so cute. Yeah, the knobs are great. Yeah, I think it's super cute idea to just add it to the side. So, okay, and then this, so the girls in my group know that I found this at a local yard sale. She had like a kind of a high-end garden center, and they were having a yard sale. I don't know if she was going out of business or just thinning things out. I bought a fountain for my house and a concrete, like a real pretty concrete 2-layer fountain thing. And what else did I buy? Just lots of little things, but this was one thing. I thought for sure it was like an iron. I thought it was going to be super heavy, but it's heavy, but it's like a resin maybe. I'm not sure what it is, but I loved it, and I thought it had that, you know, look to it. So anyway, I'm going to put a little arrangement in that. So I am going to put this glue down here to hold just a scrap. It's a scrappy piece of foam. Okay. And then for that one, I pulled this stuff. So let's see what we get. Let's see here. I need to get rid of some of this junk. I don't like this junk in my flower or my leaf box. It just takes up so much room. I don't need all these stems and things. So I'm going to throw this away. Just a tip, like if your box is just full, clean that up and throw that stuff away. Throw this away. That helps a lot. And it helps with your tangling when you're pulling stuff out too. It really helps. So, okay, keep your styrofoam. And then this is where I know you're supposed to, like, you know, I know you're supposed to do the tall in the back and all that stuff. I'm just filling it in. I don't really have a tall in the back idea. So I'm going to use my pencil to kind of poke a hole, because that's a fairly fat little stubby thing, little whatever you call that thing. It's kind of fat. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue in here and get that to hold down. And then I'm going to put another one in. So this is just like a hydrangea. It's a color of a hydrangea, and they've got all kinds of hydrangeas that I'm sure even Walmart has hydrangeas. So that's all that is. Let's see here. I want my pencil. Do I ever do I call it a show. Do I ever do one of these video deals where I don't drop something on the floor ever? I think, here's another one. I think I'm always dropping stuff. No, I don't think I need all this. Okay, I see some through here, so I'm going to, now of course I can fill in with a little bit of moss, but let's just keep going. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have to fill in with moss. I think this is gonna be great. And you can use any color. You don't have to be like, oh, I can't find that color. It's fine, just find a little container and use any color you love. You don't have to use my color. You know that. But sure enough, I'm gonna get, oh, I really like that, but I don't have that color. Somebody will message me and say that. I wish you'd do something in pink or whatever. It never fails. You guys know, you just do you do you. I'm just here to inspire you. Oh, nice, Debbie. All right, so now we've got this going on in here. Now I've got this, I love the Queen Anne's lace, or someone called it Queen's flower yesterday. I've always heard it as Queen Anne's lace. And they're just tiny ones, little teeny tiny ones, and I found them at Hobby Lobby. I thought they were super cute. So, don't think I can cut it in half without them all. Oh yeah, yes I did. So they were all, there was a little round there, see it? And I just cut that off and I was able to keep those all intact and this intact. That's kind of cool. So, all right, I think I'm not gonna be able to poke it and find, and if I put glue on it, oh, I don't know. Maybe. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's put a little bit on the bottom so I don't burn myself. You can dig in here. Yes, sir. Stick it in just a little bit. I don't really want them all together. I kind of want them separated a little. Okay. And then we'll put some maybe over here. Nothing really to stick. I'm just going to put some glue all around down here, okay, and hope that something grabs it. Whether it's the petals on a flower or stems, or something will grab a hold of it somewhere and hold it into place. That is where I tell you I'm not an official florist, but we make it work. Okay, and then I've got just a little hole back here, and I had one. I mean, I've got more, but I've got one to just poke in over here, just to have a little bit of white. So I'm leaving all of that fluff on the bottom, just to, again, give something a chance to grab a hold of it. And we're gonna throw it in here somewhere. And there we go. There's our little one right there. Okay, so now we consistently have a little bit of the white everywhere. Now this one it's a little boinky. Whoops, the whole cap just came off. So let me see if I can get in here, snip that one off without pulling everything else. Okay, because I'm happy with all of the rest of it. Let's put this back on the top, and let's see if we can't just poke it in like right here. Okay, so I don't have much to work with, but we're gonna see if we can't get it in. And just stick it in here somewhere, and like I said, hope it grabs a hold of something. Or maybe something else actually, that's cute. just like that. I had, oh shoot, look what I did. I drizzled onto my board. I need to have my tile down. And I had laid out these roses. I laid out 2 roses. Oh, but I still like them. I still like them. Okay, let's get the roses in there. So I'm gonna put some glue on the end of that rose. I'm gonna move these little petals over and shove her in there. Okay, and then I have, let's see, where do I want it? Yep, like right there. Okay, I've got another rose here. Going in. Okay, and then those were all the roses that I have, but I had this little deal with kind of that turquoisey middle ranunculus, maybe. I'm not sure what it was, but I think that's what it is, and I think that that matches just fine. Okay, so I'm going to stick that right there, and actually, honestly, I kind of think, oh, actually, kind of gluey anyway. I was going to say I might just put a couple of dots up here and see what I can get it to hold on to, because my stem is pretty short. That would be the only reason why you wouldn't want to cut your stems off, but I usually do smaller arrangements like this, so I don't really need those big long stems. And then I'm just forcing around some. I don't need that eucalyptus thing, and I don't think I need this either. That's a flower. And you see, I don't really need any moss or anything like that. And I didn't hurt the pot at all. And then what I thought I might do, I thought I laid out my, I guess I didn't. Oh, that's probably from my, that's probably from this thing dripping through. Nope, not anymore. That's what that was. See, I put that paper down. Okay, and then I'm gonna try this. Oh, I hope I don't ruin it. Oh, if I don't ruin it, I should have done this first. Why do I always do it last? Ah, okay, let's just see if we can't just pop a little bit of highlights on this. Just a wee little bit, and yes, we can. And I put silver in my cart. I don't have silver, or I probably would have used silver on this instead of gold, because it's got a little charcoaly, almost grayish tint to it. And if it were like black, the gold would be perfect. But with the grayish, I feel like the silver might have been a better choice, but I don't have it. So, but there, so see, we just jazzed it up with a little bit of gold. I think that's pretty. And then I'm gonna try just ever so slightly adding a little bit of gold onto these raised, see, because there it is without, and I think it's just nice. And you can always paint the basket, you know, you can always pop that out and paint it. Aw, hi David. Well, hello friends, thank you for watching. Isn't David the nicest fella? We went to school together, actually. He was always so kind and very talented and very creative. He was in like theater stuff, right? And you still are today. That's crazy. It's awesome that you know what you love, even as a kid. Okay. So there we go. Just popped it a little bit. Now as I'm looking at it, like I could keep going. I could pop like around this edge. We'll pop a little bit. So David, how many of your residents recognize their door, like the old door attachments like that, and see how I dressed it all up? So I took an old cruddy thing, and then I was thinking about putting a glass crystal doorknob there. I don't know if they were watching when I showed that. And I've got an old cheese box, an old Borden's cheese box. Look how nice that one is. I'm sure your people remember those. And then a really cute little bucket, cute little enamelware bucket. So I'm just making up some arrangements in some little containers that I had on hand. And kind of wanted to play around with a little bit. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like at the edge. I always thought it would be fun to craft with residents like that, these girls that get to do that. I think that would be such a fun thing, especially with vintage treasures, because I think that, good morning from Australia. I think that them remembering these kinds of things from their life is pretty cool. So I'm being real gentle because that's a hard edge there to catch, but I think, okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you this. Get this off my fingers. Yes, are you coming still? Okay, I'll see you for sure. It's weird to have it on a Friday, don't you think? I thought that was weird. It just seems like such a Saturday thing to me. Okay, so here we go. I kept it real subtle. You see on the, like under here, it's where I see my camera's flipped. There you go. My camera's flipped, so I can't ever find it. Everything is completely the opposite. Here's the other side. And let's see if it needs a seam binding bow or not. I'm just not sure. See here. I don't know, but we're gonna try it. If not, don't worry. I can pull it out. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. All right, let's see. Sometimes that little bit of texture is nice, and sometimes it's not necessary. We'll see what we think. We'll take a vote. We'll take a little vote. Do you know me? I pretty much seam binding on everything. That one's too long, and that one's too long. I got the other side just right. So there we go. Oh, I like it. She's gonna stay. Okay, let me lay out everything that we did and show you everything that we knocked out. Now this, I know this is off a little bit. I've got to play around with it, but that's not bad right there. And maybe I should lay that doorknob on there just because it did look really great. And yeah, we'll just put it on there for, see, David, are you still here? See, whoops, hang on. I didn't hook it down yet. But see how cool that is? It's the whole door mechanism. Cool. Okay, there's that. See, David? And there's my bucket. You guys are all backwards, so I can't tell what you can see and what you can't see. And then there's my cheese box. Oh, yeah, you guys can't see all of it unless I turn it. Okay, so let's, how can I do that? Gosh, I did a lot. Who knew? Okay, so let's just scan. You like the doorknob in it? Okay, so there you go. So there's the little bucket. There's the cheese box. There is the doorknob on its door plate, and then the little black basket. So very cute. So whenever you are out shopping, you know, I've done the old shoes, the old wooden shoe last. Let's see, I have one of those decorated up right here. I'm always looking for surfaces to do this sort of thing to. Just added a spool to the bottom. I did a little bit of painting on that, and I added some word transfers to it, and then tied a key. Right here is a key hanging down, and then I have another thing I did in an old English stirrup. And I just decorated it up with an old bottle and a couple little bottles. And oh, there's the little perfume bottle we were talking about last night. And I said that I left the label on it. Can you see it? It's right there. And there's the label. It's a little old perfume bottle. So David, any of your residents wear that? So there's that. I'm looking to see what else I have. I don't really have anything much else right here, right handy that I can just grab. But there's a whole lot of ideas for you in just this tiny little video. So, and gosh, what have we been on? A half hour? Dang, Way to knock it out, right? Way to knock it out. So, okay, I'm going to go knock something else out over in my private group. We are going to paint up this. We're going to start a new project and we're going to paint up. I'll show you. I've got this big white frame and I'm going to zhuzh up the frame. And then I'm going to figure out exactly how I'm going to dress this doll. Like I want to dress her because I bought her for the head part and you guys have seen the dolls and things. But I think I'm going to dress her, and then I have this old hat that I found. It's perfect for her. I bought it for the millinery flowers to rip off, but the hat's adorable. So we're going to keep that all intact. And then I may do a blue skirt. I may do some color, with the blue skirt. And then I have all of this stuff here. It's like a paper plate project to pull it all together for a, like a collage. So I will show it all to you guys when I get it finished, but it's going to take us a little bit to pull it all together over there, but that's going to be our kickoff project for the group for this month. So anyway, I'm going to jump over there now, and I'll clean all this up first, but I'll be over there in just a few minutes. I'll let you girls know. I'll give you a text. So you like the amber bottles? So those are just from Hobby Lobby. I have antique ones, but these just fit my little cheese box perfectly. And I thought it was kind of a cute decor piece with them just sitting here. So I don't know. It was easy. I just stuck them in. This all just pulls right out. See, I didn't glue anything down or anything. The bottles are usable. It's all good. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Always fun to see you all. And I appreciate each and every one of you for all of your comments and kind words. So have a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.